of community music here in Manistee, and welcome. We're so glad you're here tonight. I'm Judy Wagley, and I'll be your tour guide through tonight's concert. It was in 1969 that Bob Pattengale first conducted the Manistee Community Band, and the band continued until 2011. And then it was in 2019 that a then 17-year-old Ryan Viller said, you know, we need a community band in this town. You know, other teenagers might have been dreaming about forming a rock band, but Ryan was thinking about forming a community band. So the band was restarted in 2019 and continued to this day. And here we are in 2024 celebrating the 55th anniversary of the first performance of the Manistee Community Band. But wait, there's more. We've since added a festival chorus too, and we'll hear from them later. So again, thank you for being here, and our director this evening, and also you may have heard the newly appointed director of bands at Manistee Public Schools, Ryan Viller. This is conducted by our associate conductor for this evening, Scott Adkins. all, he's making his debut with the Manistee Community Band playing trombone. Also, it just happens to be his 5th wedding anniversary. Your wife is home with your new baby.
Yes, yeah. A little busy.
But the big thing is, tonight, Chris, you get to hear the world premiere of a piece you composed just for this occasion. And it's called Teal Fusion. It was commissioned by the band for the 55th anniversary of community music in Manistee. Chris, will you tell us a little bit about Teal Fusion?
Absolutely. Well, you did a good job. I don't have much to add, but thank you so much. Yes, this piece is entitled Teal Fusion. It is a new composition that the Manistee Community Band actually commissioned, knowing that today would be a special occasion. And it means so much that they thought to commission me to do a new piece. So I am so excited to join the band, to actually get to play in a moment. The piece is quite influenced by jazz fusion, that style. And is meant to be upbeat, meant to be just a jam the whole time, quite dance-like, just quite fun. So I knew in naming the piece that I wanted to include fusion in the title to pay homage to the jazz fusion style. Then it was a question of what else to add to that title. And we actually discussed a bit if Manistee had any notable destinations, had any notable festivals, anything like that I could steal a cool name to tack onto my piece. And as we discussed it, we came up with the idea of just paying homage to the beauty of the city. So I like to think of teal, the combination of the blue, beautiful lake, and then all the woods and green and all of the just beauty outside. So I think in a lot of ways it's a fusion of those elements as well, paying homage to both the beauty of this city and the jazz fusion style. So I think that's about all I've got, but thank you. I hope you enjoy the piece, and I'm going to join in on the fun and toot away on the trombone in the back. So enjoy.
Yes, this is the world premiere of Teal Fusion by Chris Evan Haas, and the band will be conducted again by Brian Billett. How exciting. Teal Fusion by Chris Evan Haas. The saxophone player was Jacob Bissonette. The trumpet soloist Chris Olson. Under the direction of Ryan Biller. The world premiere. You heard it here first. When a couple of months ago, when Ryan asked me to be here this evening, I said absolutely. I would be honored to be there. And so I have to confess, though, that this is my first time in Manistee. I've never been here before. I've always wanted to come here because I've heard it so beautiful, and it is. So I'm very excited to be here, and as I was doing my homework on this stunning theater, I learned some really fun facts that you probably know, but if you don't, this theater was built in 1903, and over the years it has been renovated, of course. Like the armrests on your seat are original. The rest of the theater has been renovated. The armrests on your seat are original, which is really cool. And I learned that there are 9 trap doors on this stage. And we hope that none of them will be, in use tonight. I also learned that James Earl Jones, Darth Vader himself, got his start on this stage. And I thought, all of the rehearsals and performances and plays and shows and concerts and first dates and stolen kisses that happened in this theater, if these walls could talk. But I think if these walls could talk, in a few years, they would remember this night as being very, very special, this 55th anniversary celebration of community music here in Manistee, because community music, this is what it's all about. It's about presenting music for you, but it's also about lifelong music for all of us up here on the stage. So we have the 55th anniversary of the band, and I mentioned earlier that now we have this beautiful festival chorus too. And we'll get started tonight with the chorus with a lovely arrangement of an Appalachian folk song, and you know it, it's one of my favorites, Poor Wayfaring Stranger. This is a beautiful arrangement by Dwight Bigler, featuring the Manistee Community Band and Festival Chorus under the direction of Ryan Biller. Enjoy. To add to this evening of firsts, we have world premiere, we have this very special celebration. We have the first ever youth concerto competition winner as chosen by the Manistee Community Band. A wonderful young man, Jameson Moran, who is a rising senior at Grayling High School. Jeff Moreta is his band director. Jacob Bissonette is his saxophone teacher. And he won this youth concerto competition. And Jameson has a long list of awards and credits, too long to mention, but solo and ensemble achievements and Michigan State Band and Orchestra awards and so many things that he's done. So we are so excited to have him here tonight to perform with the Manistee Community Band as the first ever youth concerto competition winner. And he's playing a very, as you might imagine, virtuosic piece called Pequeña Charda, which means little dance, and it is by, the composer is Pedro Otrelde. So anyway, here is Jameson Moran making his debut with the Manistee Area Community Band, and Ryan Biller will be the conductor for this first concerto competition winner. So we can say that tonight we heard him, and in the future I'm sure we'll say, we heard him when. break. Let's take a 15-minute intermission. And by the way, there are 50-50 raffle tickets still available in Hardy Hall, and the bar is open too. So take advantage of that and stretch a bit and catch your breath, and we'll see you back here in 15 minutes. Thanks so much for being here this evening for this 55th anniversary concert celebrating community music in Manistee. Everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I think we're okay now. Thank you, Ryan.
Step forward a little bit.
Looking for those trap doors. I think I'm all set. Welcome back, and we do hope you're enjoying the evening. Hasn't it been great? A wonderful spread of food. And all of these great people and wonderful friends and this beautiful theater on this nice night. Wow, what a perfect evening. For the 55th anniversary, that's a big deal. 55th anniversary of community music here in Manistee. And as you can see, our choir is back with us, the festival chorus with the band. And thanks to the choir director, Irene Cline, who by the way is what we may call a triple threat, because not only is she a fine director and singer, she is also a very fine horn player and the newly appointed director of choir and orchestra at Mount Pleasant High School. So let's welcome Irene Cline. And she is taking us ad astra to the stars. To the Stars. Well, earlier we heard an Appalachian folk song, beautifully arranged by Dwight Bigler, called Wayfaring Stranger. And we'll hear another one, very different, also arranged by Dwight Bigler, an Appalachian folk song called Cluck Old Hen. Here's Ryan Biller with the Manistee Community Band and Festival Chorus. And then we went to a little village in Italy. We came back to Manistee and wandered around in the forest and maybe took a dip in the lake. And then with our Pequena, Chardash Pequenas, with a sort of a Spanish and a Russian flair there together with that piece. And then of course we went to Appalachia and To the Stars and back to Appalachia. And now an overture with a Celtic flair, very tuneful overture called Highland Legend. It's by John Moss, who is from Traverse City and lives in Michigan. And our guest conductor for this piece, longtime community band member and a big asset to the community, Kay Danforth. Thank you, Kay. I've been blessed. That's my heart. community music, and we're so glad you're here to help us get involved, to be involved too. As I mentioned earlier, it's about you, the listeners, and the audience, but it's about getting together and making music for a lifetime, for lifelong learning. And Ryan told me that the motto here for the Manistee Community Music Organizations is music for everyone, by anyone. So that's why we did get together, for ourselves and for you too. The next piece we have for you is a very special piece. It was commissioned by a group of about 55 different bands and organizations, and it's called Stay, and it's by Randall Standridge. And it is a piece about mental health. And let me read to you briefly some of the things that the composer says. He says, on a trip in 2023, I read the following on the back of a t-shirt. It said, "Hey, you, the one reading this, the world is a better place with you in it." He says, "It had a profound emotional impact on me, and I decided to put those feelings into music. And the result is this work entitled Stay. It's part of a project, a larger project called Unbroken, and the composer, Randall Standridge, goes on to explain some of his own mental health challenges. And he concludes by saying, to my friends and family who support me and walk me through the valley time and time again, thank you. My world is better with you in it." And I agree with Randall Standridge when he says, the world is better with you in it too. So stay. Our conductor this evening, Scott Adkins, is a friend of Randall Standridge, and we welcome him to conduct this beautiful piece of music called Stay.
Hello. Hi. I can't see any of you, but I know you're there, so I'm not gonna, I can't see it. So the lights are bright, which is great. We've made it to the last piece on our concert here, so I just wanted to, Judy's doing a fantastic job narrating. Yes, Judy. But I had some personal thank yous and some things that I wanted to say too, so now you get to hear me talk. So, in no particular order, I just have quite the list of thank yous. I first want to start by thanking my family. This takes a lot of work, and they hear me, not about you, but they hear me complain a lot, and they hear me, they help me solve the problems. My dad drives the trailer. The pie cups that you had at the reception, my grandma made those, so I just really couldn't do it without them, so thank you. Just a general thank you to all my former teachers and music teachers. Some of them, where's Susan? My first grade teacher, Brenna was my fifth through 8th grade band director. Am I missing anyone? I think. And Andrea Mack, all of my Ted Mall, all of my former teachers. I really couldn't have done this without you. A special thank you to Professor and Mrs. Nickel, my saxophone professor at CMU. They're actually here tonight. They came from Mount Pleasant, so thank you. This venue is awesome, so thank you to the Ramsdell Regional Center for the Arts. Mick has prepared the stage, did the lights, so thank you specifically to Mick. He's been great. Again, Judy drove from Mount Pleasant to narrate this concert, so thank you, Judy. I really appreciate that. Come on out here, Judy. Woo. Thank you. All of the catering, the Onekama Church of the Brother's Women Fellowship, Jennifer Dance, and my grandma, Jane Miller, for doing all of the catering at the reception. Wasn't that just fantastic? CMU, there's scattered around the band, and Irene is in the choir too tonight, but there's just some CMU people, CMU musicians from the School of Music who are here, so band, let's clap for them. Thank you. Did you guys like Teal Fusion? I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you, Chris, for writing that awesome piece. I'm not sure where you're at, over here. Thank you to Irene and Scott, and Nakoa's not here tonight, but Nakoa did the choir up until the last concert at the choir, so that the choir had at the church. So thank you, Irene, Nakoa, and Scott for coming with me on this journey and deciding to step on the podium every Tuesday night for 2 hours. So thank you. And of course, Kay Danforth for guest conducting. And yes, yeah. And finally, thank you all. I always say this at like every concert. It would just be another rehearsal if no one showed up. So there's a lot of seats in here, and I was just looking from behind, and there's quite a few of you. So we appreciate to have an audience to play for, because it would be boring if we didn't. So let's clap for them. And, well, I hope you enjoyed your evening, and you can catch another concert. We have one more on August 7th at 7 p.m., I believe. I didn't write that down. 7 or 7:30. Check our Facebook. And it's at First Street Beach. It's personally my favorite venue. Oh, sorry, I love this space too. But it's at the beach, and it's just great. So we're doing like a pops concert, classic pop, rock, all things you would know. Even though it's classics, I think we have the theme from the Barbie movie and a Taylor Swift medley. So there's things for everything. I kind of got carried away with the title when I did that. So, okay, 2 more things. We have a 50-50 drawing. I think my mom has the ticket somewhere. I don't know. Oh, over here. I'm coming over here. Be bad if I fell. That'd be not great. Can we turn some lights on? It's a little dark, sorry. Throwing you a curveball. There we we go. See, told you he's awesome. Okay, 144, 147. Oh wow, there is a lot of you. Wow. 144, 147. Yay! Woo! And again, thank you all so much for coming. I gotta get back over here. It would not be fun without you all here. So our last piece for the evening is going to feature the band and the choir, as you can see, as well as Krista, Chris, Lila, and Lauren as soloists. So thank you again for coming, and please enjoy When You Believe from the Prince of Egypt. Thank you.